Welcome guys to Neca, Kratos, Ghost of Sparta, God of War 3 figure.
It's a good day to be alive.
Now,
Come to think of it, every day's a good day.
I got this guy off eBay, and now I'm gonna tell a little story before we get going here. I was doing some research of this guy, and there's lots of bootleg of this figure. I'm gonna put in some pictures right now. There's tons of bootleg, and I almost got a bootleg off eBay because they were putting it out for really cheap, and I was like, oh, I'll just get it off this. And I immediately looked at the reviews, and everybody was getting scammed, bootlegs, not real. And you could just tell from the sculpts and from the paint that it's just, you know, he was like a dark gray and not like an ash gray, you know, so it's like a whole different thing. And so I was really looking forward for like a genuine, like non-knockoff one, because I was even looking at reviews and there was knockoffs. So guy I found on eBay, looked at the picture, looked genuine, looked like a genuine guy. So I got it off the eBay, and yeah, it's an official one. So let's get to it. So here's the box. I'm already loving it just from looking at it. It's the God of War 3 cover for mainly the whole game. PS4 remastered used the eye. I think the PS3 used the eye too. Here's the side. Have the light adjustment on deck here, so get that going. And then here is a super interesting thing when I opened it out of the box. So I don't know if this is GameStop or not, but it was let's see if it can focus. It was $30. Wherever this was, it was $30. That's insane to me, because this line did not go for super long that I know of. It was very limited run from NECA, because now they mainly just focus on horror and TMNT figures, which are super cool, but it's just not one of the main things I collect. But yeah, so that is the box. I'm really liking that side art of him, and the back is really like a game cover, like especially the God of War 3. Like, in the end, there will only be chaos. Armed with his deadly double-chained blades, Kratos will take on mythology's darkest creatures to destroy Olympus and mighty Zeus himself. Excuse me. So yeah, this is player select. I don't really know what the player select is. But bonus features are 31 points of articulation, which is kind of insane for NECA. I was hearing that he's not very super articulated, but I'm gonna try to do some poses. Like, I'm gonna try to do that pose. I'm gonna try to do the pose that he's waiting for Hercules. I'll put that picture right there, and some other ones. But he's got 2 interchangeable heads, 2 blades of Athena, 2 Nemesis Cestus, the big giant gauntlet things, and the boots of Hermes. But then the copyright's 2016, so I actually don't know the year of this figure when it came out, so I'll have to look at that. But yeah, let's get right into it. Alright, so here's the classic NECA Velcro opening, and I'm gonna try to get this whole thing on camera here. Put that right there so you guys can see that. So here we have the main man himself. Try to get that to focus through the reflection. I'm gonna open him right now, but just want to see him through the box. Is insane. Got the interchangeable head, the blades of Athena, the gauntlets, and the arm brace. And then over here is sick. This main art over here made me want to review it, just because this Kratos art is awesome. The guys who did the art are actually tagged on the back, and who did the sculpting. These guys, and Peak Sony. If you guys don't know what's going on with Sony, they're doing no more physical discs, so FF current Sony, Peak Sony, and Santa Monica really stepped up when God of War was coming out recently in the past times. So yeah, for some bootlegs, I heard that his head pin was stuck on the angry one. A guy got the same feet, like he couldn't stand because he had the same feet on one leg. Some things I've been hearing about the normal one and the bootleg is that his hands are a little floppy with the blades, and then the gauntlets are a little heavy on him. So let's see what this is. Also, this has been opened already, but everything is there. So let's get to it. All right, here we go. How to get some water. And if I don't sound excited to open this, don't worry. I am hyped. I am super hyped. It's just it's 11:21 p.m. for me, so gotta be on the low side. But no, this is going to be probably one of my favorite figures now. I haven't been collecting in the recent times just because, you know, budgets and stuff, but I'm gonna go to detail on why God of War is important to me, and why this is probably gonna be my favorite figure. Oh my god, look at him, bro. Dude, come on, focus. He looks so badass. He looks crazy badass. And the angry one, so I was looking at knockoff, the bootleg angry head, and it's just looked horrible. When I opened this box and I saw this angry head, I was pleased. I was more than pleased. He looks immaculate. I might get some phone shots just so you guys can get better looking at it, because this webcam doesn't have the greatest detail. Alright, so let's get going on him. I'm gonna try to pull him out, and so yeah, I think he's fully authentic because he's got the Neca seal on his foot, and I mean, the only thing I would see is that the research saying that these circles are painted gold, but I feel like it's legit because the sticker on the back is really old. It seems like it's legit, so hopefully it is. But yeah, he's super badass. I'm gonna try to get him in the angle here, just to at least pose him up real quick while we get everything out. But yeah, I'm literally just like double confirming like he's legit. It's just so hard to like, I didn't realize there's so much bootleg of him, since it's an old line, you know, and Neca hasn't really done it in so long. But yeah, man, he is sick as fuck, even if he isn't legit, but I think he is. Just gotta leave it off the subject for now, but let's get everything else out. First, let's get that angry head out. So here is the angry head. Put that out. There we go. So if from what my research looks, this literally looks like a legitimate angry head from Neca. Sculpt looks great. Eyes look great. The eye tone looks great. The red could be a little more vibrant on him, but the ash color on his skin is great. And let's see how easy it is to change his head. So peg did not come off, thank God. And then let's put that on. Angry Kratos. Going for Zeus. But he don't got no blades, bro. Yeah, that's sick. That's sick, dude. Oh my gosh. All right, let's get his arsenal out. So, obviously, I need to get that I need to get his brace out. And then we get the classic blades of Athena, because they are not the blades of chaos. So I think these are supposed to be like translucent. Sorry, that's my cat if you hear him. And then let's see if they're flimsy in his hands. I'd like to see if he has that problem really quick. He's got tight fingers right now, dude. Man, he's stiff. The guy I got it from on eBay, the description said he got this at a convention at like a Comic-Con. So I'm wondering if that is from the sticker. I'm wondering like where he got it from. Alright. Nah, I mean like, dude, not really. I might be set, dude. He does not have flabby ass hands with that blade. He is holding that blade and is ready for battle, dude. I need to get his little ab crunch going. You know, he's like looking down almost in anger. Dude, that is not coming out of his hand. I'm like flicking it out of his hand, and I also squished his fingers back in, so you know, extra grip. He's also got the boots of Hermes on, which I said in the bonus, but like, dude, just like they look great on him. They look, this whole suit, this whole arsenal, this whole God of War 3 look is amazing. So yeah, he's got that first blade. Let's get that second blade in. So what I'm doing is just kind of bending his fingers, not too much, but where I can just get him to grab it just a tad, and then squeeze his fingers back in so he grips it, and then all right, little flimsy on the right side. Let's see if I can tighten his fingers. All right, a little flimsy on the right side, so that's okay. I'm not disappointed. I'm honestly glad it's not both. But all right, let me get him in a pose real quick. And and let's get that brace in and on him really quick. Can't start without the brace. And then, all right. First Kratos pose out of the box, just simple, chaos blades in the hand, Athena blades in the hand, angry head already, and yeah, man, he's looking sick. And the thing I mentioned about the rings on his skirt, I don't know the word for what he's wearing, his Spartan armor, even the officials didn't have these painted gold, so I honestly don't think that was official. That's just me reading Google AI and believing it, so that's one thing. Let's check his articulation real quick. So here's his foot. We got the ball joint down there. It's got full rotation on the foot. Knee goes pretty much all the way. So knees both go. He's got toe articulation. That's insane. Not a lot, but just just the front, you know, so you can move his dogs. And then hands go, arms go all the way out. Literally almost to his back. This articulation is insane, dude. So he could just be like straight, like, you know, I'm like breaking his arms right now. Just like straight flying, you know, ready to attack whoever he's going for. A civilian. normal Kratos pose while he's attacking a civilian. I like to imagine he's going for the Colossus, you know, or let's make him go for the eyes. So he'd be yeah, bro. They need to make a Colossus figure so I can get him to stab him in the eyes. So yeah, this articulation is insane, man. I'm probably gonna do tons of poses with him. Like, you can make him look like when he's weak, with the weak thigh legs, and he's like, you know, he's about to die from Zeus. Let's check out the I need to see the name. I always forget the names of the Nemean Cestus. I'm just gonna call them the gauntlets for now, because that's just easier to say. So he's got a tight grip on this this left blade over here, dude. All right, put his ass down for a minute, get this over here, and take these things out finally. So I've heard, yeah, like I've said, I heard that it's kind of hard to pose him with these, because they, dude, even from you know, like, jeez, man, these are weighing a ton, but they're gonna look so bad. Yeah, they weigh his whole hand down, like if it's midway. So we're gonna have to find some specific poses for these if we can. So it's just basically just a click, like not a huge click, you know. Maybe I need to take the brace off, I don't know, I think so. So we'll put that in. He's got some issues with that hand, but it got on. But yeah, I can already feel the weight difference with these on. But dude, he looks so badass with these. So he got, if you don't know the lore with this, he killed Hercules with these on, because these were Hercules, and then he smashed Hercules' head multiple times with these after defeating him. Oh, there we go. Got the fucking gauntlet pose. He's just like ready to beat anybody's dime head with that, dude. That is just insane. Man, that's crazy. I gotta get a phone shot of this. So yeah, man, this is probably, like I said, one of my favorite figures now, and I have maybe, you know, 5 on my list that are my favorite, but he's definitely going up there, man. This is probably my favorite one now, because just Kratos, how he represents like his anger in the early ones, and then, you know, I know the original creator of God of War does not like the Norse mythology ones, but the way he, especially with Valhalla, the Valhalla DLC, the way he fights his past, his conflict, and accepts who he is and his mistakes, and grows and tries to be there for Atreus. You know, that father relationship. I'm not a huge guy on the father child games, but I think God of War did it insanely right. And you know, I kind of grew up with the Greek games as a kid. I played them all the time when I didn't own them, but I played them all the time when I went to play dates or like staying at daycares, they had PlayStations and GameCubes, and that's where I grew up with these games. Even though these games are for like 18-year-olds, but you know, it's just how it be sometimes. But yeah, Kratos is an important character to me, just how he represents rage and anger, especially his sadness in the first game. Like, I recommend this video about Kratos from, I don't remember the creator, but I'm gonna put it here. The Kratos Paradox. It really talks about how his sadness from the first game turns into, you know, the revenge and anger he gets in 2 and 3. It's just great storytelling, and then the redemption in the new ones is insane. So let's do a few more poses, and I think that'll be it, because I'm set, dude. I'll be here all night. I want to do pose with the Blades of Chaos, so let me do that real quick. We're gonna do him looking at Athena. I'm going for like a God of War. Right before the Colossus hits him with the hand, I'm like, where he's like, "Do you need more proof?" So that's what we're gonna go for right now. And I always forget that Neca does like 7-inch. I've been so used to the main ones I collected as a kid were Marvel Legends, but I did have a Assassin's Creed 3 figure that was 7-inch, I believe. And yeah, I'm just still kind of getting used to that scale. Like, he'd look insane. Like, this is comparison to him with a Leonardo figure. Like, that's, you know, he looks like a giant. All right, I'm gonna get him in this pose real quick. Okay, got him in the pose. Took a little bit, but we got him in the pose. And I just realized this looks more like the intro from God of War 3. Let me get this out of the way. So that's what I'm going for with this pose here. I'll get a phone recording real quick. But yeah, man, this is great. This is great, even with taking time to pose. Bro, look at that, man. It's the God of War himself. All right, let me get some phone footage for y'all. Alright guys, so that is the Kratos from Neca. Actually, let me check what year he's from really quick, just so I can let you guys know that info. So this figure did come out during 2016 to celebrate 10 years of God of War. So yeah, I think this is fully legit, and I'm super stoked with it. We got these two things too from it. I think this is from packaging, but I'm gonna do one more pose with the Blades of Chaos in his back, so I'll be right back. Alright guys, when I started posing him, I realized I still wanted to do that Hercules introduction pose. It's pretty basic. It's just like him with a tilted head and like that perspective of him, like, you know, just angrily waiting for Hercules to stomp out. His head tilts better the other way, so I might just do it that way, since he does it just tilts better. But I looked up a reference photo from the intro, and he tilts it to the right, so it's alright. I'm wondering if he can stand back up. There we go. Yeah, for right now, I think the left just looks better with the pose. All right, phone shot time. Alright guys, so my review of the Neca Kratos Goes to Sparta Ultimate Edition action figure is 9 out of 10, man. Like, the only thing why I didn't do a 10 out of 10 is honestly it's mainly because just trying to research about the bootleg, and there's a little bit of a loose part. He's got a little bit of a loose leg and kind of a dead weight back when I'm trying to pose him. But so glad he isn't a bootleg. Got great accessories. Blades look great on his back and in hands. So yeah, 9 out of 10 for the God of War 3 Kratos. Thanks again for watching, guys, and peace out.